This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion is about authenticity, sports, and business. What we have found over the years is the more authentic you are about what you like and dislike within reason, the better off you are. So when you get into situations and someone pretends that they're a fashion expert because they're trying to appeal to their boss who loves fashion, or they pretend that they just absolutely love nothing more than football or soccer because that's what the group that they're talking to loves, we find often this comes across as very false and very artificial, and they're probably better off just sort of owning who they are versus trying so hard to please the audience that they're in. At the end of the day, you're far better off being yourself and being authentic in almost any audience you're at. And usually, unless the men are complete dolts in the discussion, they at some point move the discussion away from their dumb golf games, from their dumb sports things, from their dumbness, particularly if they recognize there's others in the audience that aren't talking golf and sports all the time. You, as a person who's part of that conversation, ought to be very comfortable being yourself. It's very similar being at a dinner where everybody's drinking heavily and you're not a heavy drinker, and just being comfortable saying, that's great. Enjoy yourself. You don't have to tell them to be morons, even if they're being morons, but you don't have to drink and be a glutton just because they are. I think it's very similar to this concept of authenticity, sports, and business. Be yourself, be your authentic self, and if you're with people that are such dolts and so dense that they can't move the conversation along a little bit, and outside of how they golfed this weekend or what game their team played in this weekend, then you might not be with the right people, the right crowd. Sometimes you're stuck in those, and you just sort of live with it. But better just to live with it and do your thing and enjoy yourself than try and pretend that you love what they're talking about, unless you really do want to lean in and learn to love it, which is fine too. In any event, authenticity, sports, and business, be yourself, be authentic. You're great how you are. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast.